All right, so welcome back to a new chapter. I'm sorry, let's start over. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about multiplying polynomials. So, yesterday or the day before, depending on when you did 4.1, you saw, how to do the distributive property. Pretty straightforward, something you've been doing for a long time, but we just have to make sure we distribute it to everything, and then simplify our terms. So. When we multiply two binomials together, that's really kind of what we're doing is we're just using the distributive property. Most of us, I think, learned the FOIL method, first, outer, inner, last. But really, we're just taking the first binomial and breaking it apart and using the distributive property to multiply. Just that somebody came up with the term FOIL to help you remember it. Now, another way you guys might have learned this was to use the box method. So we go over that one here. I don't know why it's doing that. So with the box method, you put your two binomials along the outside and then you multiply. You might set your boxes up different. It doesn't matter how you set them up. So we get first times first here is the 2x and 4x. That would give us 8x squared. Now 4x times negative 3, that's negative 12x. 2x and 5 is 10x. And 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. So notice we have the exact same values as we do when we did the FOIL method or using the distributive property. So our solution is 8x squared. Combine our like terms here and we get negative 2x minus 15. And we are done. Pretty easy. Hopefully you guys feel pretty confident about this. All right, so we got 4 different examples here that we're going to take a look at. So we're going to start off with the first guy there. So I'm going to try to scribble it down up here. So I'm just going to do distributive property. I'm going to go start off right there, right? Because that's what we need to do. So we've got 3, and then x squared times x to the 4th is x to the 6th, right? We add them, y. And now we have to do the next one. Well, we're going to have a negative. 3 times negative 2, right? And then we have x squared and x squared is x to the 4th. And then we have y and y squared is y to the 3rd, right? And we're going to have plus the last one. So 3 times 5 is 15. No x's, so we just have that x squared. And then a y, and y to the 4th is y to the 5th. And that will be our solution. So notice we don't have any like terms, so we can't combine anything. All right, so B is one of those ones that, there's a common misconception sometimes. We do not want to distribute that square to the 2x and to the 3. That is not correct because that is not what a square is. So a square means we have to write it out twice. So really what we have here is 2x plus 3y times 2x plus 3y. All right, so with this one, I am going to use the FOIL method since I did the box method last time as the example. So I'm going to go first times first. That'll give me, 4x squared. I'm going to go my outer terms. And that's going to give me positive 6xy. I'm going to go to my inner terms, and I'll have positive 6xy again. And then my last two terms, 3y times 3y is positive 9y squared. So now we just need to combine our like terms here. So we have 4x squared plus 12xy plus 9y squared, and we are done. Not too bad, right? All right, so let's take a look at C. So how would we handle something like that? So let me clear out what I can here. There we go. All right. So with this one, there's a few different routes we could take with it because remember, we can multiply in any order we want to and we'll still get the same answer. But I would prefer to ignore that 5 for a minute. I would rather get this out of the way, multiply these two binomials without bigger numbers in that first binomial. So we're just going to leave that 5 out for a minute, and then we'll do the box method with this one. So let's go ahead and draw our box since it's two binomials. 2 by 2, and then we got 2a squared minus 3b squared, 4a squared plus b squared. So now let's go through and see what we got. So if we multiply the first two terms, that gives us 8a to the fourth. Then we got 4a squared and negative 3b. Well, that's negative 12. I didn't leave enough room. A squared, b squared. That's a squared, b squared. Sorry. And then let's do 2a squared times b squared. Well, that's 2a squared, b squared. Right. And then we got b squared times negative 3b squared, which will give us negative 3b to the fourth. Make that look more like 4. There we go. So now we have what? 8a to the fourth plus 2a squared b squared minus 12a squared b squared minus 3b to the fourth. And again, you don't have to write all this out if you don't want to. You probably can definitely skip some steps. So let's get rid of that extra junk. All right. So now we got our like terms here, right? So let's combine them. So 2 minus 12 is negative 10. So it's 8a to the fourth minus 10a squared b squared minus 3b to the fourth. Now we don't want to forget about that 5 that we still have to distribute to everything. So now we're going to have to do that, make it 48 to the fourth. Whoops. 40a to the fourth. Then we got to multiply that. Give us 50, right? Negative 50, a squared, b squared. And then the last one, negative 15b to the fourth. That's an ugly 4. All right. And we are done. See, super easy, right? I'm sure you guys are watching this like this is a waste of time because I know how to do all of this already. All right, so let's do the next one. All right, so this last guy. Now, you can do the distributive property with it if that's what you choose to do. So what you could do, I'm not going to do that, but I will start it. So if you're going to do the distributive property method with D, you would want to take x times the x squared minus 3xy plus y squared, and then plus 2y times x squared minus 3xy plus y squared. And then you just distribute everything through and combine your like terms. All right. But I think the box method is a better method just because it kind of helps you organize everything a little bit neater. And as you can tell, I need things to be neat because I'm kind of sloppy. Make my box bigger this time. All right. So notice my box is a 2x3 because we have a binomial, x plus 2y. I don't know what I just did there. 2y. And then we have a trinomial, x squared negative 3xy and y squared. So now let's go through and multiply. X times x squared, x cubed, right? 2y times x squared would be 2x squared y. Now we got x times negative 3xy would be negative 3x squared y. And then we have 2y and negative 3xy would give us negative 6xy squared. X times y squared would be xy squared. And then 2 times y squared would be 2y to the third. All right, so now, oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm a pain in the butt. Still a pain in the butt. All right. Here we go. So now let's combine our like terms. So we got x cubed all by itself there. So I'm going to do x cubed. And we got these two guys on the diagonals. That would add to be negative 1 x squared y. Then we have these two in the diagonals, which would add to be negative 5. I write a positive. There we go. Negative 5x y squared. And then the plus 2y cubed is all by itself. And we are done. So